Stability is the resistance to disruption to equilibrium, and the resistance to linear and angular acceleration. Balance is the ability to control equilibrium.
I don't know how to use this thing. Master Obi-Wan, show me how to use my lightsaber.
I will show you the ways of the force of the lightsaber. But first, we must fix your stance.
The base of support is the area enclosed by the outermost edges of the body in contact with the supporting surface. Center of mass is the point around which a body's mass is equally balanced in all directions. It determines the manner in which the body responds to forces.
We must add more base of support. So what I want you to do is to extend your legs wider apart so that the center of your mass is located in your belly. And then when we swing, we keep our lightsaber up high and we want to rotate through the body.
Stability is affected by base of support and center of mass location. The apprentice's center of mass is located near her belly button and her base of support is around her feet. If her center of mass moves outside her base of support, balance will be lost. Widening her stance will help increase her base of support and therefore increase her balance and stability when she's using her lightsaber in battle.
Force is the product of mass and acceleration.
The Jedi is using force on the lightsaber, which has mass, to cause an acceleration in order to move the lightsaber from its resting position.
Angular motion is the rotation around a central imaginary line, known as the axis of rotation. This is done in the transverse plane.
Now what I want you to do is I want you to pretend there is a line running through the center of your body and I want you to rotate across that axis.
The muscles that function in the transverse plane, such as the obliques on the sides of the torso, don't just help one rotate, they prevent you from rotating too much. Doing this activity over and over again can develop the ability to anti-rotate and prevent from over-rotation that might be caused from twisting with force and speed.
Ready?
The flying object has a linear motion and the swinging lightsaber has an angular motion. The relationship between these two motions is that you need to achieve a higher angular velocity of the lightsaber and impart a high linear velocity to deflect flying objects.
Human gait is the product of stride length and stride frequency. Increase in length or increase in frequency results in the increase in speed.
Your power. Allow me to show you the correct way of using your gait. You want to take wider steps so that you can confront your opponent faster.
Ground reaction force is the force exerted by the ground on a body that is in contact with it. When the foot contacts the ground after the swing phase, the ground generates an upward reaction force. In this case, muscle contraction is accelerating the individual segments, and this acceleration influences ground reaction forces. To perform this movement in a skillful manner, the Jedi manipulates the ground force reaction to produce the movement he desires. To justify our position on this subject, we can calculate the amount of time it took for the Padawan and the Jedi to move from point A to point B, and we could compare these times. The Padawan was taking small, slow strides, which took her approximately 4.4 seconds to reach from point A to point B, and the Jedi, who was taking longer strides, gained the same amount of ground in 3 seconds. This comparison would show the relationship between stride distance and speed and how one can perform this activity better by using these techniques.
Now that you know these biomechanic concepts, your training is complete. May the Force be with you.